on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, coach slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
On there, down. New 80. 26. Get him. Get him. Get him. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Sit. Check safety. Check safety. Check it back. Check it back.
First carry for James Conner. He'll wind up getting a... on the game's first play. It's second down.
Jonathan Jones on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's coming.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Conner on first down, able to take this one forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 38-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, we're good. Line 85. 36. Line 36.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. We're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Herbert, he's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, if you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run with Connor. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Man open, Rice. And he's got some space here. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 9.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because you...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Go, go, go.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He's coming. Please grip.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Yep.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Carr, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Watch 36 to Mike. Let's go, D.
From the gun, it's Carr. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Connor. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. On 2nd down now. It's Connor. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went the wrong direction. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 57 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Michel. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Demir Bird, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, now Carr. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes the score Patriots 31, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This is taken at the 3. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offense...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
29, Express. 36, record. Watch 36 to Mike. Squeeze, double. Shit.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds his man Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it with Connor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will get them one closer. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Herbert nowhere nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it's taken in at the 9. And he's out right at the 25. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead.
Patriots 35, Steelers 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Kill. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, a run with Conner. And an alley to run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Monday, down. Purdue. Your mind.
Now a play fake. Carr. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Express. 694.
Carr will try it again on second down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Slam. Express. Back.
They'll run on first down. Connor. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And all the way down to the 5. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Michel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's... enough for a Patriot first down.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Smith. 55.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
2nd and 13. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're playing well on this side of the ball. They're playing well on the other side of the ball. It's been a nice, methodical comeback for them, hasn't it?
Love the word. And a lot of times you get teams that start to panic a little bit when things haven't gone well. So the use of methodical by you, that just tells you they hung in there. And, hey, if we play better on one side of the ball, if we play better on the other side of the ball, put it all together, and that's where we are now.
Yeah, they're chipping away. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
36 to Mike. Are you getting hit? Are you getting hit? Mike, 36.
Carr going to go on 4th down. That'll be caught by Rice. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 31, check 31. No, right now. Alert flare. Wrong.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
You're out. Lucky. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by J.C. Jackson, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, baby. See what you got.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Herbert. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 40. The 20. 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. That's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Pats, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.